Stephen, we've been at this venue before. I don't know what your feels to come back here, and I don't know, do you ever allow yourself to think what might have happened if Ireland had held out against Portugal that time? Was that one of the turning points, or potential turning points along the way that didn't work out that way?
Well, you can't dwell on things. Do I ever reflected on that course? Like 89 minutes, you're 1-0 up. It's what a game should finish out. Obviously, Cristiano Ronaldo had other ideas, and obviously the world record was on the line on that night. So he was absolutely hugely motivated for the world record, and that was a very good performance on that night, and we were denied. VAR didn't intervene for an absolute cast iron penalty to go 2 up in the second half. Absolute nailed on penalty, as you will see. But that's the way it goes. That's what ifs, and there's no point. I'm not complaining. You move on, and that's it.
Go ahead.
Josh, I was going to ask you the same question, just that maybe kind of sliding doors moment of the Portugal game here. And you also spoke about your disappointments in terms of the campaign. Can you just elaborate a little bit on that? Maybe where in particular do you think just things didn't happen first in this campaign?
Yeah, I think over the course of the campaign, I think it's been a sort of question of fine margins in a lot of the games. I think we've come close and put in some good performances, but when it comes down to the fine details in the game, we either haven't been good enough or things just haven't gone our way. So yeah, obviously referring to it as a disappointing campaign is because of course we wanted to give up a better fight of qualifying automatically. So yeah, that's what I mean by that.
Thanks, Kieran. Stephen, you spoke about the playoff invitations there, and your contract's up to the end of the campaign. Is there a provision to extend it? Does it include the playoff next March?
Yeah, it's till the end of campaign, so that's playoffs or European Championships. So it's end of campaign.
Any Kelsey?
Hey Josh, you know you play every game of this campaign. Gibraltar, I know France, I know Netherlands. What was the difference between going to a game like this, small crowd, effectively compared to an away game in France?
Yeah, of course there's some differences, like you said, in terms of the crowd that will be in the stadium tomorrow night, but I think as players and professionals it's down to us to approach the game in exactly the same way we would at any other game, and yeah, like I said before, the motivation has to come from within for us to go out tomorrow night, and we don't need to rely on a crowd to create an atmosphere. We need to do that ourselves and make sure that we come out on the front foot in the game and of course be doing everything to get 3 points.
Come on, man.
Stephen, I know a lot of things still will have to fall into place for this to happen, but it's concerning that there's a system in place now with the Nations League playoffs where you could go into the Dutch game knowing that a win would eliminate you from the playoffs, but a defeat would get you in there, just from a competitive and sporting point of view.
No, it's not something that's really entered our heads. If we were to play any game, we'd play to win any international game, and it's not something that really we'd focus on. Really, we're just focused on Gibraltar tomorrow. I think it's an international game that we want to win, and we have to get a win under our belt tomorrow, and I'm not really fixated on that scenario.
Stephen, you're saying you hope to finish strong in the campaign, so I assume that's a good result in Amsterdam. Gibraltar lost every game they played in the World Cup and the Euros. If we do happen to get to the playoffs, and I'm sure the percentages are very slow, very tiny at the moment, but if the campaign doesn't finish strong, would you consider resigning?
No, I think I'm not considering. I'm not considering resigning at the moment. I think my contract is till the end of the campaign, and I'll finish it strongly. I want to finish the campaign strongly. Very determined to do that, but just after that, it's completely out of my control. And, I have no control over the rest.
Any further questions? Hey.
the atmosphere there for a game like this? You spoke about Ultra Paris and the emotion there. I hope for a game like this where 30,000 people, possibly 3,000 there, as a staff, as players, how do you prepare for that? How do you make up for the lack of atmosphere?
Yeah, I think, like I said before, it comes down to us as players to create that atmosphere in the change room before the game and make sure that we do everything we can on the pitch at the start of the game and right throughout the game to make sure that we have that level of energy about our performance and yeah, I think that'll go a long way to helping us get a positive result.
Mark and then John will finish up.
Sorry, just on playing in the Premier League now, I mean, have you found that you're improving as a player playing regularly against top class opposition? How have you felt the move has benefited, the promotion has benefited your game?
Yeah, I think as a player you're always looking to improve and get better. It's obviously been an ambition of mine to play at the highest level for a long time, so to be doing that this season has been great so far. Obviously it's a massive step up in level of opposition, so by doing that, of course, it's time to keep working hard and keep improving, and that's something that I'll continue to look to do, and something that I feel like at Burnley I'm in the right environment to do that as well.
Ellen?
Izzy, you were just here talking about campaign effectively over, you're talking about is this fun anymore?
Is it fun? No, it's. I don't know whether that's the right word, but certainly, we've worked extremely hard behind the scenes. We've put in an incredible high performance environment behind the scenes now, in all areas, medical, sports science, statistical analysis. That's on a par with anything. When the players come and speak positively, it's not personality or not loyalty to me or to anyone else, because they know it's an exceptional high performance environment. What we've fallen down on is, me as a coach, is that we've let goals in at key times in matches when we're right in the game, or else we're having a long spell and first chance we concede, we get punished. So other teams have been just more ruthless than us, and that's in our group. But we've played two of the top 5 teams in the world. Two of the top teams in the world have won European Championships, Holland and France, and then Greece. Ideally, we could have finished third ahead of Greece and beaten Greece, but Greece are a good team, and they showed they're a good team, and they were more ruthless than us the other night. And but that's a disappointment. So, but we've got to not that infiltrate within the squad over, because it's such a quick turnaround, because we've got to just finish tomorrow in this camp strongly and get a victory that we need against Gibraltar. It is an important game for us to get back on track, and they've proven that nothing comes easy in these games. You've no divine right, so you have to earn it, and we have to go and do that tomorrow.
Did you watch the rugby last night? And what did you make of it?
Yeah, well, I seen a good bit of it. Obviously, we were flying, and then we were working as well, just on Gibraltar, doing some stuff on Gibraltar. But the team watched it, and a lot of the staff, and I was doing some stuff with Stephen Rice in relation to Gibraltar and so forth. But so I watched a lot of it. Obviously, they've been very unfortunate, and they've been a credit to the country, and obviously been world number 1. Really, really high achievement, and they were unfortunate to lose.